In addition to the previous video, we continue to talk about the self-publishing business on Amazon, and today we'll focus on it and discuss a practical plan. Amazon's book publishing program called KDP Select, the choice of niche and topics of our future books, required startup capital and how it should be spent. We're only talking about the book business built on non-fiction literature. Much of what we'll discuss in this video can be applied to fiction, but there are slightly different laws and rules. First, let's look at how the publishing scheme on Amazon looks like. The choice of a niche and its research. Hiring a freelance writer on freelancer.com or upwork.com. Task setting and writing material on a given topic. The volume of 5,000 to 7,000 words for the first book will be quite enough. Later, as you dive into the topic, you will be able to produce thicker books. Cover design for the book. Hiring a freelance designer using Fiverr.com, or if desired, making the cover yourself using the eCover Splash. Writing the description of the book. You can do it yourself or with the help of a copywriter from the same Fiverr.com. Formatting a book for a Kindle device, also with the help of a freelance editor with Fiverr.com. Placement of the book on Kindle Direct Publishing. Book promotion, sales, and profits. The secret is not being a jack of all trades and not to spend too much time on what freelancers could do better and faster. If you can't or don't like to delegate responsibilities, this is the right time to learn. Now a few words about the service where our books will be sold. Kindle Direct Publishing. All you need to publish books on Amazon is an account on kdp.amazon.com. Registration is free. Be prepared to provide tax information. You will also need to add bank data to receive royalties from Amazon. KDP isn't the most difficult service. You can publish your first book literally in 5 minutes, but you can do it in different ways. You can choose a simple publication or using the KDP Select program. KDP Select. Additional benefits in exchange for exclusivity. By publishing your book in KDP Select, you agree that during the first 90 days from the date of publication on Amazon, you will not submit your publication anywhere else. This gives Amazon exclusive rights to publish your book. After 3 months, you can return to the basic KDP program and start to additionally publish your books on other sources. Does everyone use KDP Select? No, not everyone. If you're a famous author and readers are looking forward to your next book, then it makes sense to present it at several sites at once, for example on Barnes & Noble, Kobo, or iBooks, without restricting sales only on the Kindle market. If you're just starting your self-publishing business and publish your first book, then KDP Select is the best decision. When you become more experienced, you'll find your own publishing strategy. Choosing a niche for a book. Difficult but possible. Unsuccessful books bring little money and pay off for a long time, while bestsellers can make you more than $100 a month. A good book is something that the market is waiting for, and what the market is waiting for will be able to determine by the search statistics. The best is Google Keyword Planner. The service is free and it's enough to have a Google account to work with it. Go to the Keyword Planner, target the search to the US market and enter some keywords, for example diabetic diet. As you can see, the result for such requests is consistently high, at least 100k requests per month. To get a full understanding of the picture, you need to view all the relevant groups. Here is the request diabetic menu. And here is the query food for diabetics. As you can see, the query with the phrase food for diabetics is much more common. There's one more trick. Try to identify those requests that have a low or medium level of competition with a high frequency. Save such requests in a separate list. You can use these phrases in the description of the book or in the biography of the author. A few weeks after the publication of the book on Amazon, Google will index the information and begin to suggest a link to your book in the search results for such phrases. Search for ideas on Amazon itself. Our idea of diet books for diabetics is easy to check on Amazon as well. Simply enter the query in the search bar of the book section. Scrolling through the results, you will see a variety of possible topics. Recipes for diabetic smoothies, breakfasts, recipes for soups, whole diet plans for the year, editors of standard dishes for diabetics, and much more. If you pay attention to the statistics, it turns out that in the US, 30 million people suffer from diabetes, and 84 million are in the early stages of that disease. It's obvious that the topic of recipes for diabetics is extremely popular and will remain so for a very long time. At the same time, it's already overflowing, and you will need a very detailed analysis in order to succeed. Where else can you get ideas for books? There are many topics on which you can write a really interesting book. Get ready to search for ideas everywhere and write them down right away. Make a list of what you would like to learn. Right now, take a piece of paper and write down things you would like to know more about or study very deeply. Programming, photography, foreign languages, whatever. Write down everything that comes to mind. Then, filter out unnecessary ideas and analyze what will really be interesting to a specific audience. Do others ask you for advice? How often do people ask you for advice on a particular topic? Maybe you have a job or a hobby in which you're an expert, and then you may have additional ideas for writing a book. Meetings of large groups of people. Pay attention to places where large groups of people meet and what they do. Study the calendar of events in a big city. It can be gardening meetings, launching of balloons, concerts, exhibitions, various types of art, wine tasting, etc. All these activities attract a large group of people with similar interests. Try to join the crowd and find out what topic interests people in this area. Animals. You can't even imagine how many people in the US have animals. Approximately 60 million people keep dogs and 47 million keep cats. Approximately half of them buy Christmas presents for their pets. Of course, in addition to cats and dogs, people also keep other, more exotic animals: snakes, spiders, rodents, horses, raccoons, monkeys, turtles, frogs, etc. In addition, there are lots of different breeds and varieties of animals, which also shouldn't be forgotten. Yes, there are already enough books written about animals. However, animal lovers are constantly looking for new, more recent information. It can be books about psychology, feelings, thoughts, humor, or a diet for animals. Travels. Remember where you've been already and what places would you like to visit. What are your impressions and how to help others make their trip more exciting and comfortable. Business ideas. If you have an idea on how to start a business and you want to share it with others, it's time to gather all the information and write the book on this topic. And it must provide proofs that it can really generate income. Solving problems. Most non-fiction literature is based on the solution of any problems, and every day people face more and more problems. When you find the hottest ones and offer relevant solutions, your book will become a bestseller. This is a formula. Your book should become a magic pill for any problem. People should think, if I buy this book, my problem will be solved. Lists of bestsellers. Keep tracking bestsellers not only on Amazon, but monitor other sources as well. It will help you to follow the trend, understand what is interesting for people, and predict the demand for the nearest future. Here are some sources where you can find different bestseller lists. Topics from magazines. Actual topics are usually used in several competing publications almost simultaneously. Look out for magazine covers and headlines. They can provide good ideas. Act quickly while the topic is still fresh and interest in it keeps growing. 7 key questions while searching for your niche. How well are books on this subject being sold? Is the market full of books on this subject? How easy it is to create a book for this subject, or is it possible only for a specialist? What do readers like or dislike in the books on this subject? The best way to understand this is to go through the reviews of books, especially negative ones. They are usually more informative. And one of the most important questions: what value can I add to the book in order to win the competitors and justify a higher price? Is it possible to use the topic for a series of books? And how long will the niche live? It is important to understand that you choose a niche not for the only one book, but for a whole series of books. A series of books is easier to promote. If you hook the target audience with your first book, then it's likely that people will pay attention to the rest of your materials. Now we can move on to the next aspect of the self-publishing business and answer the following questions. How much money do I need at the start? How do I spend them? $100 is enough to start a book business on Amazon. How exactly to spend them? Choosing topics and niches for the future books for free. Payment for the work of a freelance author, about $60 for a book of 5,000 to 6,000 words. Order a cover for a book from a freelance designer, $5. Formatting a book for the Kindle, $5. Creating a good description for the book page on Amazon, for free. Having the material, you can do it yourself. Publishing a book on KDP, for free. Book promotion, about $30. $100 in total. You can try to save even more by making the cover on your own or figure out the Kindle format, but I already told you about being a jack of all trades. Even with the help of freelancers, the release of the first book can take you from several weeks to a month. You will need to get used to working with the team, find suitable freelancers, learn how to formulate tasks. Then the process will go faster and you will be able to publish new books every other day or even every day. The first book will make you $20 to $30 per month and will not pay off immediately. The secret of this business is to multiply the results. Do not stop the process of creating and releasing new books. The first 10 books will bring you about $200 or $300 per month, and the 50th one will open the opportunity to earn $1,000 per month and more. And remember, this is a scalable business that will bring passive income even if you stop doing it. Hope you enjoyed the video, and if so, don't forget to subscribe and tell your friends.